friends, or should I say evening, afternoon. Thunder Ridge Homestead here. I'm going to do a real quick update. Seems like that's all I've been doing lately. I'm still working on a bunch of material that I have shot and not had time to like go through and edit. It has been a very, very, very busy year. I hope that you forgive me for all of that. We've had a lot of construction projects on the go. I have taken footage, I just haven't taken time to edit and post them. The hope is that this winter we're going to post them and get all caught up. I'm out here today in my truck and we are getting ready for some weather to set in. I'm going to turn the camera around here so you can see what's going on. And as you can see, we got some storms brewing, but I am out here today getting the hay bales ready for winter time. And we've got 2 round bales delivered. I try to let my sheep have the round bales there for whenever the weather is really bad, because usually when the weather is really bad is also when my arthritis is really bad. So I'm trying to get this kind of proactively set up. The first bale is going to be out here in the pasture. We're trying to move hay bales around just like we move the pastures around, because that way all their poo and their pee and their stuff kind of gets spread around the whole pasture, and the extra hay bale stuff gets spread around the whole pasture too, and it just kind of makes everything work smoothly. I'm going to have them out here in the far part of the pasture at the beginning of the winter, because typically speaking that's when our weather is the mildest. In Missouri here, the weather gets the absolute coldest around January. Usually about the second week of January is when it's really bad. And when that happens, I'm going to be moving them to the next bale up, which is closer to the house. I'm going to turn the camera around here so you can see what's going on and show you a little bit of what we're doing today. Here is my bale that I've just gotten through fixing, and I have my bales delivered. The man charges me $5 extra per bale to deliver, but boy, it's worth it to me. What I'm putting around them is like a cage type thing. Part of the cage is like pallets and things like that, or old fence where they're really not going to eat, but the part where the sheep do eat are panels. You can see these panels right here. I got it from Premier One, and they have a big hole right here, big enough for the sheep's head above and below, and it's a really good way to let them, they can get their head way in and eat way far into the bale. After they eat the bale down a little bit, since you're doing it with panels like this, you can scooch it in so that they can get to everything, and they'll pretty much be able to eat a bale without a whole lot of waste. I did throw a little bit out when I was taking off the netting, because typically, see if I can show you this, when the bale sits on the ground, part of it will get wet and muddy, and this is just like the mud part that was on the very bottom of the bale. And when they delivered that, they rolled it out of their truck, and that part was on the top, so obviously the sheep can't eat through mud, so I just pulled that part off. This little part of the mud will get worn down by them and stuff, but they're not really supposed to be eating here anyway. But they're coming around this side, and you see they've got 1, 2, 3, 4 more stations set up where they can eat. And then I put a tarp around the top of it like that, because that keeps it dry. So if the rain rains on it, it stays good a lot longer, and they will have a good time. Another thing I do have to do as the bale gets eaten down is come out here and keep my tarp tight, because I don't want anybody getting caught in a tarp in the middle of the winter time. So that's what I'm out here doing today. And I don't know if you can see or not, but the other bale is up here in the pasture closer. And the sheep are over here on the grass still. We'll drive up and I'll show you the other bale. Okay, as you can see, here's the second bale, and it's closer up here to the barn. And these bales are net wrapped, which actually protects the bale. It sheds quite a bit of water off of them, because it keeps that top layer of hay so tight around it. And I'll show you what I mean by how the hay had the flat side on top, because this bale's the same way. See, here's my bale. It's all round. But this is the side that it was sitting on. And this side's kind of got dirt, rocks, all kinds of stuff in it. But that's okay. They're not going to eat this part for a while. So I'm just going to go ahead and put a tarp on it, and we're going to just protect it. Let's sit here. Okay, I got the second bale all tarped. It's pretty easy to do. Basically, I just have a heavy duty cord, and I just run it through the grommets, like here, there, kind of like you would a gunny sack or something. Pull it up tight, sack it up, because since the bale is round, it's smaller at the bottom, and it would get bigger at the top, and I just sack it all around real tight, and it's all the way around, and that will protect the hay from blowing rain, snow, whatever, until it's time to let the sheep out here and let them eat this one. And as you can see, this one's closer to the barn, and it'll give them a little bit more of a quick place they can just dodge out and eat a little bit when it gets really bad out. So that's all for today. We also have square bales in the barn to feed them, so that's not a problem. If the days get really, really bad, they'll just be fed in the barn. Just trying to get things ready for the oncoming storm. So I want to thank everybody for sticking with me. I know I'm not being real consistent with the videos, and like I said, I apologize. But if you like what I'm doing, there's going to be more. They're just going to be from this summer. So just keep watching. See you later.